Well, hey there, you guys. Let me start with the question guiding today's episode, which is what does it actually mean when a student says, I'm not a math person? Is it ability? Is it confidence? Is it trauma? Is it something maybe that they heard from their parents and family members? Maybe it's a story that they've told themselves for years. All right. Welcome back to the Modern Math Teacher, where we keep it real, relevant, and just a little bit rebellious in education. And today we're diving into action 2 of the productive math struggle. Foster an identity for that productive struggle. Because, you guys, here's the truth we're talking about today. Students cannot engage in productive struggle if their math identity tells them that struggle is proof that they are bad at math. And that identity, it starts well before they get to your classroom. It didn't start with you. It didn't start in middle school. It didn't even start necessarily in kindergarten. Math identity starts forming the moment kids start hearing stories about math. And oh my gosh, you guys, they hear a lot of stories. I heard stories growing up all about math, even from this beauty here, Teen Talk Barbie, 1992, 1996. I don't remember, who tells us that math class is tough. Okay. So today we're going to unpack what math identity is, how it forms, what those Barbie moments are like, how it affects struggle, and how we can help our students rewrite their math stories in ways that are going to empower, not limit them. Okay. All right. So first up, let's get real. Talk about what is a math identity. Let's go ahead and define it. It is a collection of beliefs, experiences, emotions, and messages that shape how someone sees themselves in relation to math. Okay. It answers questions like, who am I as a math learner? What does it mean to be good at math? Am I capable of doing hard math things? And when I struggle, what does that mean about me? Okay. And here's the part that a lot of teachers often miss. Math identity drives behavior way before the skill does. Okay. Identity is going to help you predict whether students are going to take risks, if they're going to persist, if they're going to try new strategies, ask questions, avoid challenges, shut down, or even better, what we're hoping for, leaning in. Okay. Identity really drives their willingness to engage in that productive struggle. And now, if our students don't believe that they can learn, then they won't try. And if they don't try, then no amount of scaffolding is going to be able to save that lesson and save that learning for them. Now, I love this book. This chapter breaks it down beautifully. I highlighted and underlined the heck out of it. Okay, you guys. So, math identity is shaped by so many things, whether it's their experiences, the exposure they've had, the messages that we hear, the people that are around us, and in general, what society and Barbie say about math. Okay. This can include things about family beliefs. Well, we're just really not math people. I hated math in school. It's okay if you're not there. Media, whether we're talking about STEM stereotypes, sitcom jokes, genius tropes, whatever it is, their peers, their early classroom interactions, their grades, their test scores, comments from other teachers, whether that's good or damaging, and, every moment of getting stuck, succeeding, or being embarrassed, all of that. And you guys, I've really got to bring this in because it is part of my story. This Teen Talk Barbie. When I was little, this Barbie right here said math class is tough. And you probably remember that quote, right? It was viral before viral was a thing. Parents complained and Mattel had to recall the doll. But for me, hearing that kind of planted a seed for me, a message that math was supposed to be hard, especially if you're a girl. And honestly, that moment became one of those like tiny catalysts that led me to becoming a math teacher who refuses to let her students believe that math belongs to certain people. So, if you have ever wondered why I'm so passionate about real world math, identity, project based learning, you can go ahead and thank my Teen Talk Barbie right here. Okay. Now, let's talk about the trauma because productive math struggle absolutely opens the door for this discussion. And Vanessa Vakharia, the math guru, describes, how math trauma are the emotional wounds that we carry from all of these negative math experiences. Our students don't say, like, I'm stupid because they want attention, right? They say it because somewhere along the way, someone or something made them feel that way. That's the truth. Math trauma shows up as avoidance or perfectionism. the fear of being wrong, shutting down, anxiety, anger, self protection, refusal to try. All of these look like behavior issues if we're not careful. But teachers, we know better. Identity and trauma live underneath that behavior, and we can help our students rewrite their stories. So here's the piece teachers sometimes skip: your math identity. You, yes, you, the teacher listening to me right now, shapes how you teach. Your confidence, your fears, your beliefs, your childhood experiences, your positive and your negative memories. All of that influences how patient you are with struggle, how you respond to mistakes, both yours and your students. Whether or not you believe your students can do hard things, whether you're going to over scaffold, whether you're going to push for reasoning, whether you're going to let your kids think before you teach. This chapter includes a reflection tool that I love with prompts like: what math moment shaped me? Who influenced my beliefs? What messages about math did I absorb growing up? How did I feel successful? When did I feel inadequate? All these things. So, if I were running a book club with teachers right now, which I kind of am with my district, right? This would be the homework. Okay. Every teacher should write out their own math autobiography, because understanding your identity is the first step to help your students build theirs. Now, teachers can and should intentionally uncover the beliefs that their students carry as well. So, here are a couple of the strategies that I highlighted from this chapter that I want to for sure include. That's including my math autobiography, which is in this book. Also talked about as a mathography in Vanessa Vakharia's book, Math Therapy, both great activities. But really, it's like your students thinking about their earliest math memories, their best math memories, their worst, whatever it is, what comes to mind when they think about math. Um, and there's a lot of cool alternative formats you can do with this. You can make it into like kind of, an Instagram 9 square grid with how they feel about all of these things. It could be like a word web, a web of things, a math timeline. It could be a TikTok style story of my math life. It could just be a writing things. This is awesome for, back to school, back to the semester. Again, I'm doing this for my back to semester right now, reflection and portfolios, any of those things. All of those are good ways to help your students explore and understand their math identity. You can also do math therapy journaling. Again, that's going to tie perfectly into Vanessa's work in her book, with like weekly or monthly prompts, like a time I felt smart in math or something I'm proud of, a math belief I want to release and let go. When I struggle, I tend to, maybe like a math risk that I took this week, like empowering them, right? Identity becomes visible through that reflection, and giving your students that opportunity to do that once a week can be great. You can also do like a math beliefs inventory. Love this for a good reason, right? It's quick, it's research based, it's survey on student self beliefs. And, Hattie, our good friend Hattie, shows that self efficacy is one of the highest impact influences on student achievement. So, if our students believe that they can learn, they can learn. If they believe they can't, then they don't. So, this survey would give you a really good starting point to see where your students are at. This is great for those of us who are starting second semester right now in January. So some version of like an autobiography and a math beliefs inventory, those are things I am personally kicking off my second semester with. Okay. Now, here's why all of this really matters to this whole mini series, right? The identity our students have determines whether struggle feels productive or whether it feels threatening. Okay. So if students believe that struggle means I'm smart and I'm able to do this, I'm on the right track, they're going to lean into it. But if they think, struggle means like I'm dumb or I'm stupid or I can't do this, right? They're going to shut down. Okay. So their identity, again, can help us predict their risk taking ability, their perseverance, their willingness to collaborate, revise, and whether or not they're even going to attempt the tasks that we put at them. Okay. Identity is the foundation of productive struggle. So without it, struggle becomes harmful instead of powerful. Okay. Our job then, as the teachers, as the experts in the room, is to help our students build identities with their internal monologue saying things like, all right, I can figure this out. Being stuck is just part of the learning. My idea, my voice matters. Math belongs to me. I am capable. I am a math person, because that is what opened the doors for rigorous math thinking. Okay. So, all right, teacher friend, here is your mini move for this week. I want you to invite your students to create a mini math autobiography. It can be one page, it can be 6 boxes, it can be a Google slide. I don't care what you do with it. Just have them create an autobiography. Okay. Ask them to share about a math memory, a math feeling, a challenge, a success. When I get stuck, something I want my teacher to know. These tiny stories that our students have really actually carry big truths, okay? Next week, we're going to talk about building a community for productive struggle, how to create that class culture where your kids want to try, where they want to collaborate, and where they want to belong. All right, you guys, as always, if this episode helped you think about math identity in a new way, share it with a teammate. Your PLC is going to want this one. That's it for this time. Until next time, you guys. Math class isn't just tough, it's a challenge, and we are all up for it. We can do it. I'll see you guys in a week. Until next time, keep it real.